Hey!
In this video, we'll explore 5 fascinating aspects of the Assassin's Creed origins that stay true to the ancient world.
From the architecture to the clothing, Assassin's Creed Origins transports players back in time with remarkable attention to detail. Ruined structures. Some fans were confused when they saw old ruins in the game. They thought it was a mistake by the game creators because they believed everything should be new.
But actually, those old buildings are historically accurate.
In Egypt's past, many places were abandoned because of wars or changes in leadership.
When rulers moved or enemies attacked, cities would be left behind and slowly fall apart.
This makes the game more realistic, showing how things were in ancient times. Architecture. The buildings you see in Assassin's Creed Origins are very close to what they would have looked like in history.
In Egyptian villages, you'll notice mud brick houses, which were common back then.
In Greek cities, the wealthy had marble buildings, which were expensive to make. Unlike the simple one-story Egyptian houses, Greek buildings were often multi-story with lots of details. In the game's version of Alexandria, these Greek buildings might be a bit more noticeable than they were in real life, but it's still pretty accurate. And let's not forget the awe-inspiring Pyramids of Giza, perfectly and accurately depicted in the game. Statuary. The sculptures and statues in the game are really true to what they looked like in history.
For example, the Serapeum of Alexandria in the game has lots of sculptures that you can also find in museums today.
Some of them are exact copies or inspired by real statues. What's cool is that in the game, the statues are shown wearing clothes and painted in realistic colors.
This is actually how they would have looked back then. Nowadays, most statues are plain and one color because of age and restoration, but they were originally colorful and dressed up, just like in the game. NPC's clothing. While the clothing worn by Bayek and the nobility isn't completely accurate, the clothing worn by regular people in the game is spot on.
In ancient Egypt, linen was made from flax and could be used for basic clothes or finely woven for the upper class. Regular people went barefoot, even though sandals existed. Jewelry sandals were often flashy, made from shells, beads, and precious stones, and were mostly for wealthy folks. Even the wide-brimmed straw hats you see are true to history, as they were brought by the Greeks and worn by both Greeks and Egyptians.
Religion.
The game really captures the significance of religion for both Egyptians and Greeks in ancient times. Priests were not only spiritual leaders, but also had roles in governing and mediating disputes.
In the game, tourism centers around temples, which is accurate because temples were major attractions back then.
Selling mummified cats would have been common too, as they were important in Egyptian religion.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy gaming!